okay.
It's beautiful.
It's fine. We'll just shrink him every time he comes out. Cartón vinogrado. Leo making everybody.
Alright, let's go.
Once upon a time in a far-off land,
The end.
lived men made of sand.
Alright. Once upon a time in a far-off land lived men made of sand. Cool. Alright, what next?
The man of sand came up with a plan to move them across the land. They invested in a giant fan that was technically banned.
I get a feeling this isn't the intro.
No.
Be right back.
Can you turn on the light to my right? Can you turn on the light to my right?
Oh yeah.
I can't leave the spot, Dylan. I'm legally bound to it.
You a ghost?
No. I just signed a contract with myself that I gotta sit here. Ah, now Dylan's gonna bully me.
Back.
Thank you. Ah! Welcome back.
Can I give you guys a preview of the voice I'm thinking I'm gonna do for Leo's camp, like a persona thing?
Yeah.
So what's it? What do you like say when you summon your persona or whatever?
Persona.
Persona.
Or you say the name of your persona.
Yeah.
But this is the voice I wish to do.
Is your character Bane and your persona is also Bane?
No one cared who I was till I summoned my persona.
Persona.
I was half
Let's
tempted
go,
to make
Captain.
that my voice for this character, but
That better suit a Leo campaign.
Just tape a freaking cup to your face while you're doing the session.
no, I mean it's
can't
pretty easy
breathe.
to keep up there.
I
I
slowly
literally
die.
just shove my face into it, and then it's pretty much there. Without much effort, I actually have both hands free right now.
Wow.
And then, it comes off.
Off extremely easily.
19. What a roll. Hopefully Leo is shoving his face full of food.
He's
What's
probably
the attribute
Or
for
maybe
playing musical
probably-
instruments?
he's probably taking
Generally
his sweet
charisma.
time. He's probably licking each of his fingers.
Licking
Right?
the
It's
sweet
usually charisma
juices.
to play instruments, right?
Yeah. Performance.
Yeah.
Ooh, fucking nailed it. There we go. This is how my life is gonna be in this campaign. I'm already. I can
You're
already
gonna be
tell.
lumpy from Leo's current campaign.
I'm only gonna do well outside of combat. I know it.
I'm kind of mad about the picture I grabbed.
Why?
Because he's got red eyes, but I really couldn't find any other just like really gross looking rat people. And he's got a little shank. I like his little shank. That's a nice little shank. I like his red eyes.
I'm actually I'm probably one of the smaller ones. Character
Raptors,
size-wise.
yeah, are smaller.
How tall are you?
3'8".
Oh my god, he's got a full foot on me.
Wait, why? How are you smaller
He's a
than me?
rat
What are you?
person.
I'm a
Oh,
rat.
you're a rat. Gotcha. For birds, I'm like the smallest. One of
I
the
think
smallest.
Theo's also a rat person.
Leo
What's
is.
up?
I mean, Theo is like a mouse still. Mouse looking one.
And the rat people only live to like what, 40 or something?
35.
Jesus Christ, what?
They live to 35?
Yeah, hold on. Let me get the
I
exact.
thought it was 40. I thought it was 40.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's 40.
Let me see.
Also,
Yeah, 40 years.
Yeah,
What's
I'm
the lifespan for a
35.
raptor?
Living to
What?
just about 40 years.
They're like almost dead.
They're old and weak.
Yeah, Theo's older than me.
Jesus. Stormy, what's the lifespan for a raptor?
Well, you got the raptors. They live to about 100, over 100 years.
Oh, I'm like a baby then. I'm 25.
They reach maturity around 20 years.
Oh. So then I'm a young adult.
And then you got a strake, which lives about around 80 years. You got a where's the hedge at? Hedge can live around 120 years or more. Vulpin about live well past 90 years. Yeah, the mousy folk, the German, live the shortest amount of time. The oldest being the Cervin, pronged horn Cervin, live like a very long time. Who is the longest living bird folk race? Let's check this out. Oh, I think the raptors are actually.
Oh.
Gallus. Yeah. The raptors, I believe. Luma lives the shortest amount for bird folk. Cervin live around 100 to 150 years. Sometimes they attribute much to the way. Pronghorns generally live longer than grove cervins, which is considered a sign of Kareth's favor, which is their god.
Theo, do you have like a easier way of saying your character's name?
Arthur.
Oh, he
Nope,
that.
not really.
Artyom.
Oh, is that how you would say it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Gotcha.
that is
Oh,
the
you guys will-
pronunciation.
You
Yeah.
guys will give all your character stuff. You guys will be describing them as I introduce you guys, so. Still
It's
not
the
to
main
worry
character
right
name
now.
from Metro, the first one anyway.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I used to have an old coworker who used to go by Eugene as his English name because nobody could apparently pronounce his Russian name, and his Russian name wasn't even hard to pronounce. It was just Yevgeny. I'm like, how's that difficult? How do people not know how to pronounce that? He's like, yeah, no, I just gave up, and so I just go by Eugene.
These people don't try.
They're Canadians, Cassie.
And then we had a couple of Russian actually, people that we worked for in the carpentry. One was named Tomo, and then there was Bogey or Bogdan is how his name was. They were all pretty cool.
Who was Alfredo?
He was like Mexican. Alfredo Gomez.
Oh, I thought Alfredo was the nickname for one of the guys.
Well, I must say. Well, I must say, as this evening continues, I find myself bereft of most time. I recommend we begin our session at some point.
Hello.
Who thinks they can enter?
A
Oh,
bot
the
with
vote.
our background music.
Dylan constantly has muted. He
I
hates
have it
music.
unmuted. It's just very faint, so almost to the point I can't hear it.
Turn up the bot.
Background music. I think you'll find.
Okay. I'll text Leo and say that we're starting. Everybody wants to make them into a sandwich. Okay. Are we all prepared, fellas? Oh, Leo's now booting up Discord.
God damn it, Leo.
I guess we're waiting a little bit longer. Oh, a couple more seconds won't do us any harm. Except for Lumpy.
Well, I will prepare myself another steaming mug of decaffeinated tea. Boy,
Just hurry along with that tea, son.
yes.
Okay. I guess I will arrange you guys in order. Pee home. Okay. Where do you guys put up? There we go. Okay. Let's put this right over here. Wow, that's good background music. That really fits in with the humble one.
You got authentic bird screeches.
The authentic bird screech sound effects. Putting up Discord still, I guess. He might have just meant he was booting up his computer and then booting up Discord.
Alright, speed bathroom run, be right back.
What? Okay. I'm sorry, fellas. This is taking so long to start. Might need a note to put next to me. happened to my pen? There's my pen. It's such a good pen.
I have returned.
Welcome back. Okay. We're gonna go ahead and get started now.
Alrighty.
Let me read you this fine introduction, boys.
Please do.
Let's get ahead and count. Dylan.
Yep.
Jake.
Mhm.
Mitchell.
Yep.
Theo.
So-
Lubby.
Howdy.
Leo's having internet issues, so we're gonna start. Ahem. The earth beneath Leia felt unusually warm. She reached down to confirm and pulled back in pain immediately. Her feathers were seared slightly. The season had been unusually dry, but this was frightening temperature. After a closer look, it seemed like the ground was glowing. Crack! Leia's eyes went to the sound. A large tree that she played in as a child had fallen. The smoke rose from its remains. Go! Her mind yelled as she listened, rushing towards home. Get to them before... Suddenly, flames burst forth, traveling at an unearthly velocity towards Leia's perch. Her perch meant the world to her, but in the vast expanse of the wood, it was small and unimportant. Too insignificant for the perch guard outpost of its own. Her heart tightened, knowing the remote settlement wouldn't be warned in time, and that aid would not be close by. Leia's hands began to move without thought as she whispered the words of her grandmother. It wouldn't be enough, but she wouldn't be able to live with herself if she didn't try. When taught to her, the spell was meant to help farms through rainless seasons. It wasn't intended to be used defensively. Droplets of lost cause formed in her fingers. Conjured, water fell to the ground, evaporating as soon as it hit the steaming forest floor. As she concentrated, a strong, warm gust touched Leia's face. It's Atlas! It must be! Leia quenched this hateful wildfire. She looked to the sky, frantically searching for more signs of changing weather. Barely able to register what she saw, her arms dropped to her sides in defeat. Flying balls of fire were filling up the sky. A swarm broke off and headed in her direction. She sank to her knees, hoping with the last of her thoughts that someone would save Humblewood before it all burned. Alright, welcome to the Humblewood campaign, guys.
So our characters all know this.
Oh, nope.
Then
This
why
is
you
just
read it?
Because it adds, what's going on. It's for your
Once
guys'
Humblewood is
information.
in ashes, then you have my permission to die.
I was born in a fire. Molded by it.
Meadowfen has been quiet for as long as anyone can remember. A life goes by slowly. Recently, Meadowfen has fallen on hard times. Seasonal rainfalls haven't arrived, leaving the fields barren. To make matters worse, trade wagons sent prowling the roadways have been, beset by bandits. Fire-based creatures are venturing closer to the village than ever before. A week ago, an ominous plume of black smoke to the north blocked the sun. A few brave villagers ventured out to investigate, but they haven't returned. The source of the smoke remains unknown. So, we come upon the once quiet village of Meadowfen. Trees covered in moss, tiny little towns, small markets, dust roads. Quiet near the entrance of Humblewood itself, so not strange to travelers coming through, especially traveling merchants. Near the plaza of town, we notice a small group of people talking idly, some looking nervous as the plume of smoke gets bigger and bigger through the passing days. We come upon, let me get this up real quick, a young Strig. A young stout Strig walking towards the people, looking a little bit curious. What's going on? Why are these people looking this direction? Mitchell, would you describe your character, please?
I'm trying to
Mitchell?
refine. I'm trying to refine.
It's okay. The bird is going impatient, Mitchell. You gotta go faster.
Before it hurts her.
So, do you want me to do it with the name too, or just what he looks like?
You can say your name.
Alright, so Delphinium edelweiss, or simply Delph, has a feather coloration like that of a barn owl, with white facial feathers and deep brown wings. His back shares this color, while chest and legs are the color of apricots, orange-yellow, covered in light brown spots. His eyes are just a hard black, but he walks with a careful but comfortable step when on the ground. Does not have a tendency to start bending forward, as if he's constantly walking under some heavy weight if he's not paying attention, however. And he has a fairly decent chain shirt, kept a little bit less shiny. Worn over some brown and green traveler's clothes, and no boots. Along with a large metal shield and a spear. And a battle axe on his backpack. And a holy symbol of Altus, obviously visible.
Nice. So, you see a crowd of people in the square. Would you like to approach them? See what's going on? They seem a little bit nervous.
Yeah, I'll head over in that direction.
Alright. You see mostly Gallus folk, which are, you know, as the chicken-esque race. It's about 2 Gallus and a, 1 Swift Strig there, talking amongst themselves quietly, looking towards the road.
I guess I'll kind of walk a little bit closer and at least try and listen in. Or if that's not even possible, then I'll just walk up and ask directly.
Okay. Make a perception check for me.
Alright.
I know, I wasn't expecting that, but then I should have.
Okay.
Begins.
So, you're standing a little bit further back at first, and so you only hear a slight muttering of a few names of people. One tallest, kind of older looking Gallus, white-ish on the face, kind of brown body, is talking to the the Swift Strig. Clara hasn't been back with her band of villagers. Little John was with them. They went towards Ashborough, yes? They did, but it's been a couple weeks. Nobody's seen them. That's all you can really pick up. Next to the group, you do see a very odd looking creature for this part of the wood. Kind of torn up looking Gerben. Scraggly, missing an eye, just kind of crouched on a bench next to the gathered group. Jake, if you describe your
Hey,
character.
that's me! I'm Nerez. He's a little gerbean guy. He's pretty short. He's old, so he's a little gray in there. He's got wiry light gray fur, scarred body. He's missing an eye. He also has, like, his left ear is ripped. He has scars all over his back. His left hand is missing half of its fingers. And he's just kind of staring off into space and not really talking. And he's always hunched over.
Hello, Leo.
Hello.
Welcome.
Howdy, Leo. Welcome.
Alright, so,
I think I'm gonna go and
bless you.
just try and casually sidle up to the Gerbean. Very obviously not used to doing so. And of course, clanking, seeing as chainmail and shields aren't exactly the most quiet of things to carry.
Okie dokie. You clatter close to the German.
And then I'm just gonna kind of furtively look over and see if... Do you know what they're talking about?
No.
This is a Theo character, I see.
Gonna kind of nod. I see.
I'm just gonna be glaring at him.
Alright, you glare at this young Strig with your slightly, grayish eye from your age.
How tall are you again? You're like 2 something, or?
I'm 2'8".
Yeah, so I stand near 2 feet taller than you. I'm 1 inch short, 1 inch less. Yeah.
Alright.
Well, just was wondering if you heard anything about what was going on. Heard them talking about people missing or something like that.
They're probably dead.
Possibly. But hopefully not.
Alright. Young Delph, you notice across the way a very unique looking creature to this part of the woods. Very unique. Not seen at all, really. Talking to a, farmer across the way, you see a very scaled, roundish, brown, hedge. He's got a nice little hat on. He's making it's a wide brim straw hat. And he's just chit-chatting away. For reference, he looks like an armadillo, but, he's just a hedge to you. Lumpy, if you want to describe your character.
Yeah, my name is Yagu. I'm a dillo. Got the wide brim straw hat. I got a piece of straw in my mouth, sort of flicking lazily side to side. You see, slung beneath one arm, a lute of somewhat ill repair yet functional. Besides that, it's not tight fitting, not baggy fitting, denim overalls, and carries himself in a very at ease sort of way. He's about average height, 3'3", yet stocky for his build. You'll notice though his knuckles and hands are calloused and broad. But he carries himself kindly and is chatting with the farmer there.
No, I haven't seen them in days, my good man.
Oh. Well, I do declare that is a terrible fright. Where were they last seen?
They went towards Ashboro. They, went to check out what that smoke was. It's been covering the sky. We haven't been able to see the sun too much, and we're getting a little worried.
Reminds me when I was young, I saw quite the brush fire. I hope it's nothing so dreadful.
Oh, we
Perhaps.
haven't had a bigger fire since what happened with the Scorched Grove. That's over yonder, where the smoke's coming from.
My goodness. Well, I can tell by this energy here that y'all are might rustled about this. Oh, if I had compatriots and perhaps a small stipend, I would love to set your minds at ease, scout the land, and tell you what's going on.
Thank you, sir. I gotta get back to my wife. I
You're a
gotta
good
tell her
man.
the
Take care
news.
of her. You're a good man. Take care of her. Make sure she and everyone are well.
Take care, young man. What was your name again?
Yagu.
Alright,
Yagu
Uh-oh.
Rim Range.
alright. As the farmer goes to leave, he almost runs into a small being. This farmer being of Gallus. Oh.
True.
He turns to leave and he almost runs into another being, another person. This person being a young raptor carrying what looks to be a small bat tied with a rope slung on his back.
Isn't the bat like like the size of a dog to us?
Well, you guys are like kind of like some of the races are compared to like regular human sizes, and there's some to like dwarf and others. So, anyway, this young raptor is holding on to this freshly caught bat. And Dylan, would you like to describe your character?
Yeah, so I've got brown eyes and brown going from like my top of my head all the way down my back, but then on my chest I've got all white with some brown like spots. I kind of walk with like I'm always like my head's kind of darting from side to side because I'm taking in my surroundings because I'm a hunter and a tracker, so I'm always keeping my eyes open. And I'm kind of like have like a slight little like strut, like I'm proud of myself for catching this bat. And my name is Nyx Corid. And I'm wearing scale mail, and I've got like a kind of like a hood and a cape kind of going down my back.
Excellent. The farmer, after bumping into you, I'm sorry, young man. I didn't see you there. My apologies. And he kind of tries to scamper past
It's
you.
okay. I'm just trying to turn in this bat and see if I can get anything for it.
Oh, well, good luck with that, young man.
Thank you. Have a great day, sir.
And he scampers away.
I like the perk in your tone.
Oh, thank you. How are you doing today?
Well, I'm doing well. Can't say the same for many folks around here, though they seem a mite on edge.
Yeah, it seems like there's a lot going on, and I really, want to help and catch food and just help out and do as much as I can for everyone.
That's an inspiring demeanor you got there. It's really perking me up, might I say. I want to help too. You want to help?
Yeah, maybe we can do something with more people, the better. Cause I'm
Yeah.
not super strong, but I'm confident in being able to track and hunt.
Those are
forage around
mighty
and stuff.
fine skills. Mighty fine skills. The farmer was saying something about wanting to send out a party just to lay the land, see if we can find any of those folks who've gone missing.
Well, if there's any tracks, I'll find them.
That's wonderful. Hopefully you can rustle up a few scared folk.
Also, did you see? Look at this bat. Isn't it cool?
You see the
Yeah.
bat has
How
a
did you-
fresh arrow in its side, kind of leaking blood still. Very much dead.
I mean, I'm not the kind for blood, but I must say, how does one track something that flies?
Well, very, very carefully. You gotta sneak up.
God damn it.
Paris.
Well, they sleep a lot during the day, so that's the best opportunity to, strike when they're sleeping. So what I usually do is I just kind of like watch out at night, and then I can see where they're coming from, like what direction, and then I usually follow that direction, like go from where they left, and then I can find out where they're sleeping, or their home is, and then I wait for them to come back and strike when they're sleeping.
By the way,
All right.
Nerez and Delph, you're seeing this conversation happening, unless Nerez is zoning out again like a zombie.
No, he's
Oh.
listening. Just 'cause he's
Oh,
staring
look.
off his face.
Mister, what's your name? Guy with the farmer-looking guy with the hat.
Oh, well, my name's Yagu, and yourself?
My name's Nyx. It's nice to meet you.
Pleasure.
Look over there. See, that's an odd pairing over there. What's up with that? The size difference, it's crazy.
Well, you know, I'm one who's used to sticking out, and I don't know.
Guy's,
I
like,
don't have
huge.
any.
She's like towering over that little guy over right on the bench.
Well, you know, when I wander, I don't tend to have an agenda, and I don't know if I look at someone and just assume they're up to something like you do.
No, I don't think they're up to it. It's just interesting. I've never seen some like pairing like that.
Well, why don't you go introduce yourself? I'll come along if you're nervous.
All right, thank you. I'm always excited to meet new people, but shy to start up a conversation usually.
All right.
In the growing crowd next to the Galluses that were talking earlier, you start to see a grayish Vulpin starting to join in with the group. They have yellow eyes. They got yellow. Their coat, wearing a black and white coat. Their fur is kind of dark. They're carrying what looks to be a lyre, and is like just, you know, looking at the group wearily, wondering why everyone's trying to group up real close. So, a bit curious, getting a little bit closer. Leo, would you describe your character, please?
No.
Alright, goodbye, Leo.
Wait,
Banned.
Instant ban.
We waited for this.
I've been waiting for this.
So anyway, Leo gets ripped apart by horses.
Oh my god, sometimes when I'm bored, I love to go to the video and just hear Stormy say, I'm not here for this torture porn!
That's a direct reference from Until Dawn. Anyway,
The best part was I showed up to that session late, so I came back and you guys was like, yeah, Ham got ripped up by horses, and I'm like, alright.
You know, as horses are wont to do.
Alright, Leo, your character, if you would.
Okay, I am a Vulpin. I'm from the race Vulpin, but I'm a wolf. I am edgy, yeah. I'm 4'8". I have a piercing in my left ear.
Left ear is the gayest one to pierce.
Yeah. It's actually the right ear. Did you know that? I didn't know that.
No,
until
I
today.
didn't.
I found out it was the right ear, yeah.
My dad has his right ear pierced.
Uh-oh.
Only
he's
the right
gay.
ear or both?
Only the right ear.
That's pretty gay.
Someone tell your
mean-
mom.
I mean, I am the fruit of his loins, so I imagine
Continue.
he's good at
Um,
faking it, I suppose.
I forgot what I have bright yellow eyes and a black and white coat, kind of like a husky. Like that. And that's it.
Alright. You're approaching the crowd. You see a little bit more people talking as they see something coming from the distance. Figure walking closer. Since you're in amidst this crowd. Leo,
I'm
did you
seeing-
say your character's name, by the way?
No, I did not. Sorry. Hold on. My name is Fang Lunalight.
Oh.
Alright. Young Fang. You see a weird group of people starting to form behind this large group of normal village folk.
Okay.
You see a very awkward looking Strigg standing there next to a rat, kind of seeming to look off into space. And a young raptor holding a bat, still kind of bleeding, arrow in it freshly in its side, walking with a nice hedge, looking unique to this parts, an armadillo variant.
Mhm.
And then slightly behind the old rat, you see another old man, a mouse, kind of hiding further into the shadows as he could possibly be,
Even further back.
looking kind of like an air of disappointment and an air of like
Oh, an
misery
arrow.
about him. Like he doesn't want to be here at all, so he's just kind of being gloomy in the corner. Theo, if you would describe your character for everybody.
But I thought you said Arab disappointment, but you said
No,
Arab
no.
disappointment.
an air of disappointment about him.
Yeah. Artyom Vinogradov is a short, brown-furred, red-eyed, long-eared jerbean of a very portly nature. We're done.
Yeah.
Incredible.
He's just very disappointed looking. Like he doesn't want to be here at all. He's just slowly... What musical instrument do you have, Artyom?
I have my
Artyom.
bagpipes.
He's just kind of gently blowing into his bagpipes.
You know when the bagpipers are getting ready and there's just that low...
Tuning up.
that low wheeze.
Unnoticed in the shadows.
From the shadows he emerges.
Alright. Stealth? Alright, which one of the... Okay, so you rolled an 8 on stealth. We'll go with your 8. Or do we want to go 20? I'll let you have a 20. How silently are you blowing those bagpipes?
Extremely silently.
Alright. So you just barely notice this guy after hearing him like toot a little bit more loudly than normal. Okay.
That was an abnormal tooting there, sir.
So I guess to speed this along, you see the group has moved towards. They like all like kind of form around in a circle, kind of like gasping. Oh my God! Is that her? You hear somebody yell loudly. A wounded Strigg woman limps towards the Meadowfen Elder's home, staggering and catching herself on the edge of a well. She's bloodied, and her tawny feathers are singed and fleckled with ash and soot. She's coughing.
Is this cutscene bloody, or is this like bloody that you can cure with cure wounds?
This is like you could heal it.
These are
If you want
plot
to.
wounds.
It's so important to define them.
It is.
She's coughing. Everyone's just staring at her in shock. Nobody's really approaching her. A little like they've seen a ghost. She's rapidly trying to knock on the elder's door, but she kind of falls onto her knee and just sits there coughing.
Is no one gonna help this bleeding, coughing woman?
She'll be fine.
What's the... we can go see.
I must speak to the elder. We're all in grave danger. The grove has taken an entire town. At this moment, a wizened Gallus, who is sitting, inside, has come out, and pulls her door open, waving for Kara to come in. She can't carry herself anymore, though. You see a figure, the Gallus. I'll walk out. Let me get her up real quick. What is known to be the elder of the village. This is what you see. She's a bit more well-clothed than the other villagers in the town, and you can see the look in the people's eyes. She's more respected. They're like, oh, you can hear whispers of her name. Ardwin, what do we do? Is anyone gonna approach the situation? The girl's still coughing on the ground.
I mean, I imagine I'm pretty close, given that I cast Cure Wounds on her.
Did you? You could say that,
Well, he
I did kind
pressed
of...
the button.
Alright.
But that doesn't
I
mean
was
his
tapped
hand
into the
stretches
character
across the
Yeah.
the common.
Alright, so you approach Kara, lightly touching her on her back. Still coughing though, but as you could see, as you got closer, you could see some cuts and singes close up. Thank you. Thank you for that. You don't happen to have any water, do you?
No.
I'll druid craft a cool breeze at her.
Okay. She
But
just
I
feels
can
her.
go get some.
Alright, there is a well nearby that she was up against.
She's up against a well.
She was, but now she's closer to the door because she was knocking on it.
If no one else makes a move for that well,
This-
I will waddle over.
Before you
in.
Throw her
do that,
into the well.
Lumpy, I'm gonna yell,
Get a
at you,
good
Lumpy,
drink.
Mr. Yaku, come here and help me, help her, pick her up. And I'm trying to lift her up, but I'm not very
Well,
strong, so
I
I'm
mean-
asking for your assistance.
She's injured. I don't recommend picking her.
Because she fell over.
She
so
got
we're just
healed
kinda
by the old man.
Alright.
Yes, I'm just trying to help support her so she can stand easier.
All right. I lend her an elbow to grab upon.
Please, one of you, could you help me bring her inside? My old bones won't be able to carry her very well.
I will attempt to pick her up. Do you assist, Dylan?
With the
Oh, that's a strength save. How do I make a strength check?
Click on the actual score. Name.
Like so.
And how does the assist work again? I gave you advantage.
you
didn't I?
just roll. It's like rolling with
Ah.
advantage.
Okay. The deed is done.
Okay, so not much effort. She's kind of. It looks like she hasn't eaten in a while either. So it's quite easy to pick up her emaciated frame. Ardwin ushers you inside the house. Come quick, put her down on my chair there.
I do so.
Okay. So who's inside the house of right now?
I would be with. Yes, I am in there.
I mean, I wouldn't
I'll-
have followed in.
I'll
I would've
take
stayed
on
outside.
water grabbing duties,
Okay.
so I'm
so you're
not
grabbing
inside.
water.
I would not be inside.
Yeah,
What
I
about
wouldn't be
Delph?
able
Okay, you wouldn't
Think
be inside.
to- Yeah, no, I think this moment I'm just kind of watching what's going on for right now.
Alright. So we are all inside. Some villagers try to come in as well to see if she's okay, but Ardwin, stops them. Be like, it's fine. You go back to your business. I will take care of this. There's nothing to worry about anymore. Yeah. They just kind of murmur. She closes the door. She dusts herself off, walks over to the chair where Kara's in. It's clear you've endured much, my child. The respected Gamma says, motioning to the party to gather around her. Come. She ushers Nyx and Yongu closer. But we have to know what happened out there, Kara. Are you able to speak? I think I'll be okay. I can talk. Ardwin hands her a cup of water. She clears her throat, takes a sip. The fires, they spread to Ashborough. It's taken the whole town. Citizens are fleeing Reptilite. All my party. It's just me that's left. The rest got picked off by bandits. As soon as they saw trouble in the town, they just sought an opportunity. They took some people, and some people they killed if they didn't think they were going to be worth much. It was horrible. I only made it out because I hid. This is... She takes a seat in her chair, Ardwin does. This is troubling news. we have to tell the Poach Guard. But there's nobody can send. We're only farmers here. You were the only people we had left, and we sent you away on a mission of death. I'm so sorry, Carla. It's not your fault, Ardwin. We could have been more careful.
Well,
Oh, I'll go. I'll help. I'm like
I,
kind of fidgeting with the bat because it's still in my hand. Sometimes like I go to put it down on the table, and then I'm like, wait, no, I hesitate, and then I like kind of look around, and then I slowly stuff it in my backpack, and I'm like, I'll go.
you know, hearing this story makes me. I can't bear doing nothing. If there's anything I can do, I will.
You'll help deliver the message to Elderheart yourself?
Well, if that's what it takes, then I'll do it.
I'll help him.
Well, you may be the only ones that can.
Well, then good thing I want to.
She scratches underneath her beak and slowly thinks. Here, I'll give you this. And, she hands you a, small letter. I was gonna send this with time and ask for Poach Guard support, but it looks like we're gonna need to send this a little earlier than expected. She hands it to Yongu. If you take it.
I sure do. How should I note this in my inventory?
A letter of aid.
Alright.
Okay. We pan to outside. Our home. Everyone else. What you up to?
I imagine I'm going inside. Unless I'm just kind of collecting water for fun.
Okay. You find a bucket inside of the well. And you quickly draw it up with your little arthritis-ridden hands. You get some water. And do you want to take the whole gosh darn bucket, or you want to take, like, do you have a small cup on you or a pouch?
I have a cooking pot.
Oh.
Or I can store it in the bagpipes.
Okay. Whichever one you want to do.
Squeeze it out in like a nice stream.
I choose the cooking pot.
Alright. So you bring out your cooking pot, you pour the water from the bucket into the cooking pot, and you quickly walk your way over towards the door.
Uh-oh. Oh no.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. I think if I see him waddling with the cooking pot, I'll probably stride over and offer to help him out.
Alright.
I'm just gonna keep an eye on all of the villagers and shit.
Make sure they're not acting suspicious.
Make sure they're not.
Also, we got a plot to
Some
destroy
of the
moon.
younger ones are trying to peek through the windows to see what's going on, but their parents kind of pull them aside and keep close to the house in the square, but not too close. They're curious about what's going on, but they want to respect the elders' privacy when it comes to these matters. Others kind of looking towards the plume of smoke, scratching their chins, wondering what's happening. So you're going to help Arctome carry the pot, or are you getting the door for him? Or...
I'm gonna offer to help him carry the pot, but...
Alright. This is your interaction, guys. Hold on a second. Oh, okay.
Yep.
We don't have Leo, so Leo's probably just standing there.
Catatonic.
He's getting cutscened.
His eyes are glazing over.
Non-flashbacks.
looking right at the sun.
My eyes.
Sorry about that.
Mhm.
Go right ahead and take that.
Yep.
This
I'll
cooking
nod.
pot better come back to me.
Just gonna nod a few more times. Of course, I don't really need the cooking pot. Where does it need to be
One
exactly?
does not appreciate thieves.
Of course. Gonna stand up a little straighter.
Alright, so was one of you gonna get the door or just stand on the porch with the water?
Yeah, I'll get the door.
We're
No.
inside.
I'm asking the people outside.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll get the door.
I'll just kind of shrug towards the door. Don't worry. I got this.
Alright. The door opens up. Nyx and Yongu, you see behind you
Dixon.
the old man and a very young, a Strig wander in. I'm sorry, this is... The elder speaks up. I'm sorry, this is... who are you? We're having a discussion here.
Water delivery.
Yeah, that. I'm just helping him.
Oh, please come and shut the door behind you.
For injured bird thing.
Okay, do one of you get the door?
I'll close the door after, letting him come in.
Alright. Please, just set the water on the table. Kara, do you need more water, my dear? Yes, please.
Pours it out on the floor in front of her.
I thought...
Lick it up.
Yeah,
Selfless.
I'm not carrying.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll set it down on the table.
Kara uses her cup in hand and dunks it into there and starts, drinking more hastily, chugging it down. Don't drown yourself, my dear. Please, go rest. And
She collapses dead on the floor.
She, Arduin leads her to the bed and lays her down. I'll tend to your burns in a bit. Let me get these folks. So, you are willing to help us? Take this letter to Elderheart? It's quite a bit away, but...
I've come far enough. We'll make
Yeah, of
our
course.
way.
I'm happy to help.
What say you, strangers?
Please, any help is appreciated. All we have left are just farmers, and we even set farmers going. We don't have a militia here. The only person we have is Kara, and she's not doing well at all.
Well, what are you doing exactly?
We need a message delivered to have the Perch Guard aid us here. Ashboro has been destroyed by fire.
Well, I'm not much of a courier, but if you have one, I can help guard them, I suppose.
Okay, she's patting her chest. Any help is appreciated. Thank you, young man. And thank you, everyone. I've already given the letter to this young gentleman here. Any supplies? Do you need food? I can offer what little I have. The fields have been barren for a while.
I wouldn't expect you to give us your hard-earned food, especially when people here need it so dearly, but it's a long journey.
My company ain't round here. I know food, no nothing.
Right. She slowly goes to one of her cupboards and starts grabbing some food off the shelves and putting it in a sack, tying it closed, and hands it to young Nyx.
Ooh, okay, thank you. I'll make sure everybody, this makes us get all the way there.
Don't mind.
Everyone in the room can write down 2 days rations in there.
I will say, you might want to put those in a different pocket.
Oh yeah, I forgot about the bat. Let me switch things around a bit. I'm like rummaging through my backpack to separate, like I'm wrapping up like the dead bat and like just like whatever scraps I have. I'm like, all right, that should be better.
Well, I mean, it's your food, but
Will this be enough for you for at least a couple days until you reach Winnowing Reach? That should have a bigger market there and more food.
yeah, I couldn't ask for more. Wouldn't feel right.
I'm also
Thank you.
proficient in hunting, and my family owned a farm, so I'm pretty good at scavenging for food.
I grew up on a ranch.
I'm so glad we had folks like you around. At least
Yeah.
some word got out that some weird things were happening here. I'll have to tend to her burns. Thank you so much. If you need anything else before you head out, just please come talk to me.
Will do.
She
Thank you.
bows and walks over to Kara and sits by the bedside. Kara has passed out now, laying in bed, softly breathing. As you walk out, looking up at the giant plume of smoke in the sky, and turning to the road ahead of you to go to Elderheart, the capital of the Humblewood. Near as you see the group walk out, unlikely pairings coming out. Do you return your cooking pot, by the way? Cooking pot.
I mean, isn't Theo in the room with the pot?
Yeah, I know, but does he
I
take
demand
it
its return to me! As I stand over the pot.
I don't take kindly to thieves.
back? It's yours if you want it back.
Yeah. I'm not gonna. I'm just gonna take.
You're just... Alright, so you have your cooking pot back. She's filled up a pitcher with the water and thanks you. Anyway, you're outside, and it's an eastward journey towards Elderheart. The biggest city in the humblest of woods. Fuck. What is this? There we go. She's off the screen now. So would you all like to start your journey towards help?
I'm all
Aid?
Yes.
Yeah,
I'm
ready to go this
ready to
time.
rumble.
We'll say curious thing, Lunalight kind of follows you guys, but trying to stay out of sight. What about you, Nirez? What are you doing? Is that pronounced right, Nirez?
Nirez, yeah.
Nirez.
Nirez. Either one works. I make names that can be pronounced multiple ways, and I forget which one I had in mind. So do I see this person? Leo's not trying to be seen while following them? In that case, I'll follow
roll-
him.
With his
Okay.
clanky cookware and bagpipes.
The young Vulpin seems to be too distracted with the unlikely group to notice you following behind. They're kind of like, you can sense like a sort of nervousness around them. So you're just following behind, kind of like a conga line of weird
No,
people.
I'm suspicious of them. I think they're gonna try to like rob these.
It's unfortunate that Leo got muted, like, as I was gonna bring them up. So, you'll set forth on your way to Alderheart. Leaving the town, the crowd of people completely dispersed of now, kind of going towards their own homes, uneasy. but glad to see that Kara has made it back. The road, as you start getting closer, more trees start creeping in. Meadowfen is kind of like, as you would say, a meadow. Some trees nearby acting as homes for the folk there. Let me see, do we want anything from this fancy list? I don't want to start this until Leo's pick, but I shall.
Yeah. I think before we get too far out of the village, I'm gonna look over at the hedge, who's apparently the courier, and just kind of ask. So, seeing as you're the courier and whatnot, is that what I should call you, or do you have a name of some form?
Yeah, I go by Yagu.
Nod.
Yagu.
Hey,
Interesting name, but
Thank you kindly.
not the
Got
most
it from my
strange.
folks.
you guys keep talking. Nirez, are you trying to be stealthy?
I'm trying to make sure I'm not. Yeah, I'll try to be stealthy.
Roll me a stealth check.
Hey, I'm pretty good.
I know one of your kind back into the village. Name's Gunther, though.
Oh yeah?
It's an odd
Oh.
one. Traveler like you, though.
Yeah, might I ask his name?
Yeah, his name. 1 second, because the notes just got moved. Name is Gunther Raskob.
Oh.
Has tons of
Oh.
stories.
Well, when you're traveling, you pick up one or two.
Oh, Theo.
His
And
favorite, of course, is how he got injured by something. He always says it's some sort of massive monster or some such, but
May have been. And you know what? If it makes for a better tale, then let's say it was.
Nyx,
Well, you
Yagu,
guys
and
are,
Delph. As you're walking and talking, you suddenly hear a giant snap of a twig behind you.
I'm gonna like,
As you look, you see a young Vulpin kind of like crouched following you, kind of stop and look at you as you all turn around. And even further behind them, you see the old rat that was sitting on the bench earlier, kind of like following the Vulpin.
I just burst into laughter.
I think as I
we heard
turn,
the snap,
probably. Yeah.
I'm gonna like turn and draw my bow like as a instinct reaction, and I'm just like looking at them and I'm like, what?
Yeah. I think my hand definitely goes to my battle axe, and then just kind of when I know see who it is, it just drops back.
See, I don't really know how Leo's
I,
character is gonna act yet, besides being like.
I just, yeah. My hands don't go to any sort of weapon. They just, big jolly laugh. Oh.
I wasn't trying to follow you. I swear. The Vulpin puts both hands to their cheeks and kind of like.
Well, you wanna come
Thing
along?
thief? Yes?
I think they're trying to rob you.
The Vulpin sort of like swishes around. What the heck? When did you get there?
I saw you trying to sneak up on them.
I
I don't
wasn't.
like thieves.
I wasn't trying to steal. I swear. I was just curious on what they were doing.
Well, come along.
Bold lies.
We're going to Adelhart.
Yeah.
Why?
You can expect justice.
ever traveled
I wasn't trying to steal. I'm just a humble musician.
Of course.
Quickly pulls out the lyre and kind of plays a couple notes. Let's hold on.
Oh my god. The
Ooh.
instrument's even called a lyre.
Me as well.
Plays a very nice song, strumming very lightly, kind of effortlessly along the lyre. See, a musician.
I sort of jangle out
Musicians
some
can still be
folksy sounding
thieves.
chords. Well,
I
come
was-
along.
I was just wondering why you guys were all in the elder's house.
Well, we're taking
You
care
can
of that young
ask
lady.
them.
What did you say, Jake?
You didn't ask them why.
No, because I don't know, I got nervous and I didn't want to ask them directly because there's a lot of them and I don't want to get attacked randomly.
You should get out of here if you know what's good for you.
No, I'm willing to help. I'm willing to help with whatever you're doing. Just please don't hit me. I've been hit enough.
I just
I'm
know
gonna-
you're trying to rob them.
So you followed me. So you're doing the exact same thing I did, which was following them because I was curious, and you were curious whether or not I was gonna steal, and so you followed me.
Curious, I knew you were going to steal.
Okay, you're just making snap judgments here. Is it because I'm a Vulpin?
A little bit.
Old men like you always like to believe I'm stealing.
I'm gonna run up to the Vulpin and like reach out to like shake their hand and be like, "My name's Nyx. What's your name?" And the more the merrier.
Be careful, it might stab you.
I'm Fang. Fang Lunalight.
Hi, Fang. And who's this fellow that's with you?
I don't know, they're threatening me and I'm a little nervous.
I'm Neriz.
I sensed help and I'm trying to be a better person and I just wanted to see what you guys were doing.
Better person, so you've stolen in the past.
Well, that's none of your business, okay? But, you know, I'm just trying to help. If you tell me to help, I will help. Just, please.
Alright, help. You look like you could use a little bit of living in your life.
As this is going on, Jake, I'm like circling you because I'm intrigued because you're like beat up to crap. I'm like, oh, this guy's seen some shit. I'm like, like it's just circling you all like excitedly.
Welcome
why are you
back.
walking around me?
You, Mister, do you fight a lot? You look like you've seen some shit. Tell me. I'm a hunter. I love hearing stories of battles and hunts and monsters.
Nah.
Then how'd you get all these like
You want to know how I
scars
got
and?
these scars?
No, that's how I got them. I'm just not telling you.
Oh, okay.
It wasn't memorable enough for him to hit level 2, but
Look, why do you think I have all the scars? I wasn't any good in the battles.
I've been around a long time. I haven't done anything successful, but I've been around. So you're delivering something to Edelhart? Did you guys know there's bandits around, by the way? Bandits
Oh,
on the
yourself?
roads. I am... Listen here, old man.
Are you trying
I
to
am
prove
not
to
a
them?
thief. I am not a thief,
I've seen you
alright?
bandit. Didn't deny that one.
No, the villagers are saying bandits are around. You're being very rude right now, alright? Can I please help so you guys can believe me? I'm not a thief. I'm not a stinky thief, alright? I'm a bard.
I think
I have
it's
a
fine.
lute. I have a lyre. I have a flute. What more do you want from me?
I have a lyre, I have a flute. What more do you want?
Yeah. I guess I'll look the Vulpin up and down. Does
Make an insight.
alright.
They seem to be telling the truth. You don't really know. They're telling the truth. They're very nervous, very sweaty.
Yeah, I've fought bandits before, so do they at least look like any of the bandits that I've seen?
No, they're more well dressed, clean, more timid than you'd ever believe. They seem to be, very just, please, I'll do anything, please, kind of attitude right now.
Yep. And I'll nod and just kind of stride up. I don't think this one's a bandit, guys.
Lumpy, you get the same feel.
And I'm calling him a thief.
Alright.
It's gonna be entertaining. Okay. Kind of nervously, like peels sleeves. Yeah. Alright. Now that's all sorted out.
Make sure that you don't rob them.
Okay, you could do that, I guess. Anyway, if you didn't hear, Fang, Lunalight, a novice bard. Nice to meet you all. Except for you, old man, you're not passing the vibe check right now.
Oh.
No names? Names? Alright, I guess I'll just go fuck myself then.
Well, I introduced myself already.
You were talking so fast, I couldn't really hear you.
Oh, well, my name's Nix. It's nice to meet you.
Fang Lino, I've said that about 16 times now. I'm gonna shut up anyway. Okay. Alright, let's just go, okay? Hopefully Leo actually acts like that. I have no idea. I'm reading right now the flaws and personality traits.
Well, we'll see if he's the flower or the serpent beneath it.
You're walking around on the road now. Nira's keeping a very close eye on this nervous Vulpin. Who is leading the charge? What are you guys walking like?
I'll just walk, and if people walk slower than me, they're behind me. If they walk faster, they're in front.
I'm one behind the evildoer.
I'm currently gonna be walking backwards while looking at Mitchell because I'm about to ask, like, I'm intrigued by him because he's, got all this armor on.
I'll walk. Yeah, I'll walk a little bit ahead of Yar. Oh my gosh, I have to look again.
Yagu.
Yeah, Yagu.
Like
just
Ragu.
kind of look. Yeah, just look back at Nyx. Confused.
That's some pretty cool armor. Have you ever been in any fights?
More than a few.
Oh, that's cool. I like to hunt, and the biggest thing I've got is like a deer or like, and then this recently I got this bat. It was pretty cool.
Yeah, you want to show it to him?
I take it out of my backpack. I show you this bat that has an arrow
Oh, you
stuck
forgot
in it.
to sell it.
I know, but so now it's just with me.
Yeah. I mean, I'll look at it, and then just kind of lean back up.
Oh, my name's Nix, by the way. What's your name?
You can call me Delph.
Delph, nice to meet you.
Same.
And then I'm gonna like turn and like start like looking or like just kind of scouting around keep an eye out.
Alright, so Delph and Nyx, roll me perception checks, please.
Yep.
All right. Who wants to bet it's going to be another 12? Nope, it's even worse.
Okay, Nyx. Delph, you kind of get distracted. There's like a little butterfly off the side of the road. You're like, what the heck?
Keep a running total. Mitchell's best has been a 12 so far today.
Yeah.
Alright, Nyx. You can see a little further up ahead in the forest road. You can see a couple of figures ahead.
So the walking order is it's currently myself and Mitchell, right? We're near the front.
Yeah, I think we're the two front members
All
unless
right.
someone
So I'm gonna
spoke up.
kind of like whisper. I'm gonna like slow down and like match your pace now, or like get closer. I'm gonna be like, Delph, I see a couple figures up ahead.
What? The couple? I guess I'll look ahead.
I'll
Alright.
like point
Off
them
at
in
that
like,
point?
the direction where I'm like where I saw them.
As you guys get closer, let's pull up the map. Oh, I'm here. I gotta move this. Boop, boop, boop. Wait for the map to load. Put you guys at the end.
At the bottom?
The bottom, yes. Put yourselves at the very
I
bottom.
need to be resized. Mine's fat. Oh no, I fit in there. Oh, good.
Further back, you guys are near the beginning.
Where's the
Alright, let me get Leo out.
I need to be directly behind him.
Alright.
I mean,
Okay. So, 3 hooded figures are gesturing violently at a crumpled body on the ground, while a 4th is leaning against a nearby tree. A small handcart stacked high with bags and boxes of various sizes stands nearby. One of the hooded figures goes to the cart and unceremoniously shifts through the packages, leaving fallen bundles strewn on the road. As you approach, do you guys want to approach?
I'd like to
closer?
stealth up if I can. And
Okay.
I'm kind of like getting ready for combat. If there is.
Roll a
Yeah.
stealth check.
I think I'm definitely gonna fish the shield off my back and pull out the spear.
Well, this is sticking with the Ed of Combat good rolls, so.
Oh, nice.
Haven't had test for the other one yet.
Anyone else being stealthy, or you're just going up? Or,
Just walking up.
alright. As
Yeah,
you
I'm not-
approach,
if the little shit is walking up, I'll be.
Actually,
so,
I will. I might try and stealth. No, I'll just walk up.
Right.
So I'm just gonna
So-
like move myself slightly off to the side.
alright. As you approach the 3 strangers who are gesturing at the body, you can see the pointed faces of a Mapache under the hoods. 2 male, 1 female Mapache, wearing worn leather armor and a short sword on their belt. The 4th, an intimidating Vulpan female, is lightly armored and wears an ornate sword on her hip. She seems to be hanging back, letting her subordinates do all the work. So if you guys get a little bit closer, you can hear a whimpered, "Help me," from the creature lying on the road, but you can't make out their features. The Mapache female is standing on near the fallen body and puts her hands on her hips. She notices who's approaching first? Who says they're just walking?
Delph, probably, unless someone's dashed ahead of me.
Yeah, probably maybe a pace or 2 behind him and to the side.
Alright.
I'm following, like, but I'm sticking in the shadows more, like matching their like pace.
I'm in the back.
With the horses.
The female
Traitor.
sees you approaching. Alright, folks, nothing to see. Move along if you know what's good for you. We don't want no trouble.
I'm gonna kind of give them a derisive look. I think I can tell what I see here. Would you leave the little one alone and move on yourselves?
Oh, we're not causing any problems to you. Why don't you mind your business? You can see the other 2 males kind of looking up. The Vulpan leaning against the tree kind of just gives a lazy look in your direction, scoffs.
How about if you're lucky, you'll stop being our business?
I'll poke Leo's character. And here are your friends.
They are not my friends. I don't know these people. Wait a minute. I think I actually know that person.
Of course you do.
Okay, she wasn't my friend or anything. She's just. Oh my. Alright.
Oh my god, it's my wife.
It's my wife. Oh.
What's she doing here?
Once they're dealt with, you and I
Hey.
have a conversation.
If you guys maybe give us a little bit of coin, we'll leave this sweet little thing alone. How about it?
Well,
there a
I'll
crack
give you
knuckles
some
check?
metal, though not in the coin shape. Just gonna kind of spin the spear around.
How would I feed you? A knuckle sandwich! Is there a crack
Alright.
knuckles check?
You can make an
Intimidate?
intimidation check if you want to try. If you're cracking your knuckles, I'll say you can roll it with your strength modifier.
Ooh. My strength modifier adds 1 more to that.
So that's a 14.
Yeah.
It's just like a little like louder pop than usual. Oh.
Alright. They don't seem to be phased. They all look back at the Vulpin standing next to the tree. What say, Captain? You ready for a scuffle? Frey the captain kind of sits up from her leaning position. I haven't had a good fight in a very long time. Let's see how you all do before I decide to do anything about this. The map patches kind of look at you, look at the captain, look back. Alright everyone, let's get to it! And they draw their swords. Roll initiative, please!
Roll the 14.
I rolled a fucking 4.
Yo,
You're not ready.
what's going on?
Yeah, what's that?
That's my initiative.
A good year.
Why is it 1980?
19's the number, 18's the score. It's for tie breaking.
Oh, he's secretly so smart.
What the? Okay, so we got you. We got. Let me roll these guys' initiative. Well, that fucking fell.
DM's cheating.
Sure I am. Ooh, actually, that's fucking. Okay, let's put. Ooh, oh, I need to roll. Oh yeah, it's because he's not freaking here.
Don't forget to click on his token before you click initiative.
Yeah, I fucked that up and I didn't do that.
Yeah, I forgot to do that too.
I didn't. I'm the best. Yeah.
Ooh, hog.
A quick question: how's the range for longbows work? It says like 150-600.
The
So-
longer one is imposed with disadvantage because you're
Gotcha.
further away.
So anything over 150 is with disadvantage, basically.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha.
Yeah, and that goes for every other weapon that has the.
The range
Range.
thing.
Yongu and Delph, who has the higher dex?
Mine's 15.
I have exactly the same.
Okay, so you guys can just decide when it's your turns who's gonna go first.
After you.
All right.
And then we have Pornix. Alright, first on the initiative, we got... Oh, let me put on some battle music just so it's... Ooh, do I have any? No, we'll just leave it like
Yeah,
this.
it's fine.
Okay, we have Nirez. What you doing, bub?
I've conveniently started the combat out of range.
Perfect.
But that's alright. I have a strategy. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. I'm just gonna hold an action to attack.
Okay, hold until they get close.
I'm gonna hold until one of my party members gets next to one of them, and I'm gonna whip a dagger at them.
Alright. Next on the list would be... Fang, which... It was not here. Where is... Okay... Can I just stand right there, kind of like... What are we doing? What are we doing? What are we doing? What are we doing? Somebody tell me what to do! And just sits there like that.
I'm being sneaky.
We got...
So
Hmm?
Leo's
I mean, yeah,
character
if
says
she's-
that he knew their captain, right?
Yes.
Is there any indication that the captain might recognize him?
Yeah, can we beat up Leo and then once we're done there, deal with the bad guys?
If you like to give an insight check, you can.
Oh.
If
Oh.
Fang is asking what
Nah,
You have no fucking clue.
Yeah, no fuck.
She's very hard to read.
Yeah, that's fair.
If Fang
Alright.
is asking what she should do, I'm just going to kind of bark at her, play,
He.
or yeah, bark at them, play.
Play.
They said they're a bard, so
Oh. I thought you were bad talking Leo because he's not playing.
no.
We waited for him and he showed up and then he disappeared.
We got this person. Are you stealthing at all, Jake?
Nah.
Alright, boop. And let me roll for that. Oop, does a 5 hit?
No.
Alright. That's it. Alright. Artem Vinogradov.
Yep, that's you.
Yeah, that is me. I'm going to... What the fuck is that? Alright. I'm gonna standing leap over there.
It's
Oh,
a horned
here we
rat.
go.
I'm gonna attempt to stab him.
Teleports
Okay.
behind you.
That hits.
Oh, nothing personnel.
And I'm gonna use the rat feature bonus action team tactics.
Team fight tactics?
Can you link that? Teamfight tactics. Yeah, that's what it says. Okay, what are you gonna help with?
Well, ideally, I'm gonna give the next person that attacks some advantage on their attack roll.
Like you grab them
Presumab-
from behind and hold them still or something like that.
Okay.
Well, I stab them.
Yeah.
Did stab him.
Incidentally, since Theo got next to one of them, can I take my held action to attack it?
Yes. That hits.
Yeah, and since there's a person next to him, the sneak attack damage will go off.
Alright, he's looking real bad.
That's the end of my turn.
Fucking
Alright.
rat blades over there.
Next on the chopping block is either Delth or Yongu.
Alright, I think I already said that I...
He's going
No.
first. All the time.
Alright, so I'm going to charge forward and attack that guy.
Okay.
Swing my spear at him. With, of course, a battle cry of "For Muscombe!" Very nice!
Wow, you guys doubted the power.
Hell yeah, Mitchell.
Oop,
This
that's
is
a big oof.
dangerous.
She tries to hold up her sword, but it fucking hits her arm real good. Blood starts coming out. She's like, "Ah, Frey, what are we gonna do?" And Frey just like sits up. Maybe this will be more interesting. Joining the fight, the bandit captain says, "Intriguing. You look like you might actually give me a proper fight." The Vulpin smirks and draws her blade, tracing intricate patterns in the air as she rushes into battle. And is that the end of your turn?
Yeah.
Alright, she's gonna go. Here comes the bandit captain. And she's going to use... Does a 12 hit?
Nope.
Damn, she did that cool entrance just to do that.
Alright, she's gonna
I think
make a
my AC
second...
is fairly good, so... Both the chain shirt plus.
Mine's also actually
How about
fairly high.
17.
I think that matches me.
Okay, Ty goes to the roller. She's gonna hit ya.
Ho ho! Tie to the roller.
A 6 damage for you, my good man.
Precedent has been set.
That's just the regular rule.
That's just good business.
Okay, that's the end of her turn. And next up, Yagu. Yagu. Coming up.
I'm gonna charge over here. I'm gonna punch her as hard as I can.
Okay, good
Nice.
hits. Some good rolls. Alright.
Bonk.
Let me read this real quick.
Give her a quick punch.
Falcon! Bah!
What is that you rolled? What is that? Alright, you hit her real good on the shoulder. I'm not interested in you. And she coughs at you.
I'll make
But
you.
acknowledges your punch. Okay. Next up, is that the end of your turn, by the way? I should ask that before moving on, just in case you have any fancy schmancy stuff.
I'll just laugh at her. She looks at me and looks back, and I just grin.
Okay. Next is the female. Boop-a-doop-a-doop-a-doop-a-doop. Gonna go for Delph.
That is an opportunity attack, if I'm not mistaken.
Huh?
Not when you're.
This is a threatened square, no? And then
No,
it
she is
moves-
That little thing is cowering right now.
I think
Well,
you're
yeah,
thinking of 3.5. It's not leaving. It's only entering and leaving the person's threat range, not entering a threatened square or leaving a
Oh.
threatened square.
That person
it-
is not involved with combat right now.
No, but the square that person is in is threatened by.
No.
Lumpy,
Yeah.
that's not how it works in 5e.
Oh, did it move
Threat-
like?
Yeah, threat for
Did it move like
opportunity attack,
this?
It's only when it's only when you go and you pass away from an enemy attack range,
Yeah.
with a few exceptions.
Welcome
There
back.
are
Welcome
couple-
back.
Yeah,
But
you're
if this is threatened, right, and it
Yeah.
moves and it leaves it and it goes this way.
It's don't
It's-
worry about it.
It's
That's not relevant.
the entire area is threatened, so it only counts if you leave the entire area.
Okay, so only if it was going from like here to here.
yes.
Correct.
Okay, cool.
In 3.5, you would be correct. Moving from there to there.
I am on
Right.
board. I will
Yeah,
not
5e, that's not relevant.
disrupt again with that.
Fuck you, you're banned.
Does
Cancelled.
a 19 hit?
Yeah, 17 hit.
Okay.
Mitchell's about to fucking die session 1. Let's go.
5 damage. The
You can only live
patch
if you
female
roll over
jumps
an 11.
over the small
up.
frame of the cowering creature and whoosh, hits you right on your chest.
Still up, but not by much.
Alright. Next up, Nyx.
Heck yeah, I get to use this.
That's Lush Cry.
This creature here hasn't done anything yet, have they?
Which one?
This one. The one in front of
No.
Mitchell.
And he's already
Alright.
been heavily
Then
gotten a pretty hefty stab.
I am going to use my natural explorer. Because once on my first turn during combat, I have advantage on attack rolls against creatures that haven't taken an action.
Alright, well, you already have advantage because you're hiding.
Well, yeah, but I might as well use this because I only get.
Alright, go ahead, my
Super
man.
advantage.
Yeah. All right. Longbow. Does a 19 hit?
Yes. Okay. They are very heavily focused on this very buff-looking Strigg in close combat with their captain. And so like, ah, fuck! And a giant arrow just fucking sticking out of his shoulder. Oh! I'm okay. Oh, I'm not okay. I'm okay. Was that your turn?
Yeah, that's it.
Alright, old man Rat Nearez, what are you doing?
I'm gonna shank a bitch. Ooh, not good.
That hits.
Ah, excellent.
Alright,
Dio's still next to him, so sneak attack still does go through.
yes. What kind of dagger are you using?
Just a regular one.
Alright, how do you want to finish him off?
So I'll just stab him in the throat. I'm not flashy.
You're just an old fucking man, what do you think? The blood starts pouring out of his throat and he just collapses onto the ground,
This is how we.
almost hitting the old mouse man behind him.
This is how we crushed the unions in the 20s.
I'll just
Craven strength.
I'll nod at the fellow old rat / mouse person across from him.
Okay, Frey notices her companion and just kind of nothing to worry about just yet, and focuses on the two next to her.
That's my turn.
Alright. Up next is Fang.
Oh, hex yeah.
Stuff happened when you were gone. I'm sorry in advance.
No, I would imagine so, but it was a phone call I had to take. Where am I?
Alright, you're right next to Nyx right now.
Okay. So
You recognize the Vulpin in front of you, the Vulpin captain. You know her as Frey. You know her because of certain things. Just letting you know.
Well,
They're bandits, by the way.
I would imagine. I would.
Mhm.
I thought they
Just-
Now we're beating innocent bystanders up.
innocent bystanders.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Fuck
what I
you, Gary.
meant.
Delph is looking pretty ooh boo boo right
I
now.
was gonna say, where is Mitchell?
Only at 1 health. Don't worry about it.
Jesus.
All right, let's.
I mean, I survived 2 hits at level 1.
is
That's a
impressive.
pretty good thing.
Yeah.
Let's play you a song here.
Oh, there, friend.
That is a very nice healing word. Holy
What
shit.
instrument are you using?
I'm gonna use my lyre.
Always knew it.
Of course he would use a liar.
Because he's a liar.
Ha ha!
He
I
strummed
actually killed you for nothing.
a beautiful little short tune, and Delph, you're feeling a little bit lighter. Some of your cuts almost closing.
Yep.
Is that the end of your turn?
Wait a second. I forget which one counts as a bonus. Is healing word the bonus action?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh ho ho.
That means you can use a cantrip.
Or stab someone.
Or stab somebody.
Mm.
Alright. I can move. I think 30 feet. Pretty sure I got 30 feet. So there's a lot of drawings. He's still alive, correct?
Yes.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah.
Alright.
And I'm gonna go with just a nice. We're gonna go with a chomp.
Ooh, that hits.
8.
Alright. Where are you biting him?
Uh,
Her.
I'll go for the shoulder.
Alright. Chomp. The leather plating being on the opposite side, you chomp into this fresh, juicy shoulder of this Mapatch woman. And oh my god, you keep chomping, tearing at the flesh. She just screams, ah! Get off, get off, get off, get off! And, that being the end of your turn, who goes next? Oh, no. It is this Doodle Strudel that goes next. He's gonna make an attack at Delph there. The one you bit, by the way, is looking really bad and really scared right now. Didn't expect this much retaliation on a easy prey.
And this
14, does
got
it
an
hit you?
arrow.
Nope.
Okay, so arrow being in his shoulder and whatnot. Oh wait, no, I forgot the order of these things. Anyway, he goes to swing at you, and it's the arm that got hit with the arrow, and he's like, oh my god, and like fucking misses you and like grabs his shoulder. Barely missing your torso yet again. Next up is Arthur Vinogradov. What are you doing, old man? You got a plan?
Yes.
Stomp on the captive.
I'm gonna stab the one that was, or try and stab the one that is just bitten.
Okay. That hits. How do you want to do this?
A straight stab to the chest.
Okay. So as Fang is biting really hard into the shoulder, the patch woman, get off, get off, get off, get off! A
Fires.
rapier just comes straight out of the chest, and she just coughing up blood on your very nice cloak, your very nice coat there, Fang. Just covered in blood now from this fucking patch woman.
Incredible.
Slowly slinking down on this rapier now stuck in her back. Frey, seeing this, will look kind of, this is not looking too good for me right now. Kind of eyeing the bushes behind her. Next up would be...
I'm bonus actioning, inspiring.
action.
Mitchell.
Delph. Alright,
And that
Delph
is
is
the end of my turn.
you want to describe how you're inspiring him? Are you okay?
That was
Battle
a revelation.
Alright. Delph, it's your turn. Oh wait, yeah. What is your dex again?
+2, 15 is the actual score.
Okay. Yeah, I'll just do it how I did before. Delph, your turn.
Alright. The guy up the last of the raccoon guys are very injured, right?
Yes.
Alright. So, yeah, I'll just kind of point with the shield, finish him, and then turn to the person who
Here.
freaking stabbed me the first time.
Okay.
And I think I'm actually gonna drop my. I'm just gonna drop my spear on the ground, pull out the battle axe, and try and slash her with that.
Alright, you're slashing at Frey.
Yeah.
Let me show you what... I didn't zoom in on the picture, but this is what they look like.
Yep.
Looking very cool. Alright.
Yeah.
That misses.
Yeah.
Seeing you,
You do have
Trying
an
to-
inspiration die, by the
Yeah.
way. If
Yeah.
I know
but-
it's not a high roll, but
What is it right now? Is it a D4 or a D6?
I believe it's a D6.
Now, do I get to hit him too?
it's not your turn yet.
Yes, it is a D6.
Okay.
So max of 13.
Yeah.
She
pretty
did
sure
that.
that's gonna be a mess.
This is my zone.
Lumpy, are you being silly? I was making her large so you could see what she looked like better.
Nah, I think he gets an opportunity attack.
Alright, well, she sees
will-
your giant axe coming from a while away
And
and
what's
just
this? She's
wait.
not even in a square.
slightly moves her body, avoiding it. And is that the end of your turn?
Yeah.
Okay. It's gonna be Frey's turn, because that's how the initiative ended up. Because she just comes right on fucking in. Seeing two of her compatriots not close friends, just, acquaintances, perishing, she's just gonna look at all of the people around her and like, I know when I'm in a losing battle. She's gonna disengage and fucking skadoodle on out of there. Get this fucking thing off my screen!
Hmm?
I picked up the drawing instead of the fucking person. There she goes. And that's her turn. Yagu. You're up.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's as much as I can move, and I'm gonna punch this guy.
That hits exactly its armor class. Well, damage. Alright. As you see Frey leaving, the Mapatch sees Frey leaving. Boss, wait, don't leave me! I still haven't gotten paid! And
I just tip my hat at Frey as she skadoodles.
alright. How do you want to do that? Your finishing blow, my good man.
Cut his head off with the hat.
Do it.
Like the guy from Mortal Kombat, the fucking
Kung
blade
Lao.
helmet. Yeah.
Lumpity bumpity, how would you like to finish off this very unfortunate soul?
With a big hammer hand onto where his neck meets his shoulder.
Oh, as he's screaming out for his captain who just dipped, your fist comes down swift and coursing as a river and just he falls down against Delph.
Yeah, I didn't expect the strength of a great typhoon.
Yes, he's just toast. And is that your turn?
That's me.
Next, it's your turn.
Alright. I'm pretty sure.
Frey is dipping.
Alright, she's within 150 range. I'm gonna line up a shot.
Roll disadvantage.
For what? It's not even with.
She is covered. She's heading into the forest. She's behind a couple bushes. She's hard to see.
I reduce cover because of being a hunter.
Alright, well then roll normal.
It's like 3/4 is considered half and stuff like that for me.
Okay, roll then.
Give me a sec.
Roll, my man, my dude. Okay. Let me read this. Okay. Roll damage. Click the longbow. Alright. She gets hit. You can barely see her in there. Your sharp little eyes, though, make out where she is, and she kind of stumbles forward as you hit her right in her back. But she's still up and trying to run away. Nirez, you're up. What are you gonna do?
No.
Frey is trying to run away.
As if. I didn't mean to double click that. So I'll move 30 feet to get to there. Then I will dash as my action, just get next to her.
Okay. Is that all you're able to do?
Yeah, I can't dash as a bonus action. yet, so-
Alright. Next on the chopping block, who did I say? Fang Lunalight. You are currently munching your teeth still on this fresh, now dead body.
Oh, we'll spit that out. That's gross. Let's see. Where can we go? Okay. And then we will. What will I do? This is a good question.
Verb.
Be right back. I will do this. Coward! Oh, wow, we're doing great. I wasn't
It
really
was a
feeling
pretty, yeah, it was pretty weak.
I didn't commit, I'm sorry.
Your
I
voice
was
cracks
nervous.
while you yell.
Coward! I'm sorry, I didn't commit to it.
Now, what is the thing for vicious mockery? You just, if they succeed, they don't take any damage.
Yeah.
Alright, she succeeds. She does seem to be phased by you
I
yelling.
didn't commit. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. I'm so
She's like, I'm a bandit. Yeah, of course. It's kind of part of the MO.
I'm sorry. I'm really embarrassed.
I bet you were holding Brett back because it's your friend.
I'm just gonna commit.
Alright, next up, who do we have?
Oops. Don't look at that. I was trying to click on like settings so it would open, but it's not letting me open.
Arkham. Oh yeah, he's BRB, so it would be Delph's turn.
I mean, I'm not going to charge off after. I'm going to make sure that the person is fine. So.
Okay. So you see a little beaten figure, kind of cowering, hands on her head, kind of like whining. Ground.
It's all kind of. Yeah. I'll just kind of crouch down a little bit. Just kind of reach out a hand. Are you okay?
Oh, she slowly gets up and holds your hand and ow, 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 and sits up. So that's your turn?
Yep. I guess I'll like pick up the spear too, but otherwise, yeah. I'm just gonna stand there.
It's Frey's turn, and she's just gonna disengage again and... Oh, I moved her too far up. She's lost.
Then she
Anyway.
vanishes.
Then you are lost.
Alright. That's her turn. Next is Yagu. By the way, well, there you go. Thank you.
I'm also gonna check on them, see if they want any food or water.
Okay, so you're offering the little creature food?
Yeah. Howdy,
Okay.
my name's Yagu. Are you okay?
I'm fine now that those mean bandits are gone. Goodness, my
They've been-
whiskers. That was close.
Yeah.
Alright.
Very lucky we were here, you know. Many folks, there's no one to save them. They've been giving you trouble around these parts.
Since we're still technically in combat,
Yeah.
I'm gonna go ahead and go to Nyx. Nyx, are you doing anything?
I'm gonna move up a bunch, so 5, 10. I want it. Oh, I'm on the wrong thing. That's why I can't select my character. I can't see the lady anymore, right?
No, you could attempt to track her later, but
Yeah.
so far you can't see her. The only one that would be able to follow her right now would be Neerez.
Yeah. I'm gonna search this guy.
Okay. You can roll me an investigation check.
Yep. Investigate. Oh, that's intimidation. That's
You
the one.
intimidated the fuck out of that corpse.
Well, what? Didn't
Give up your secrets.
I re-rolled for the investigation and still rolled a 20.
Alright, you can see they're wearing worn leather armor, and poorly kept sword. You find a small coin purse with 2 gold inside.
Alright, I will take the coin purse and I'm gonna leave the armor and sword because they're not in the best of condition.
Okay. Nira, this is your turn.
So I can still give chase to this person?
Yes, but I will need you. You will have to make me a perception check.
Okay. Not that
She
great.
should be
These match
bleeding
pretty bad,
though, too.
these.
Ooh, okay. Okay, so you can just see her in the distance. She is very well acquainted with these forests and is kind of moving through the bushes with very, very good, like, pace. But you are still keeping an eye on her.
Roughly how far away from me is she?
She's very fast, and because you don't know these forests very well, you are in rough terrain. So she is like 60 feet ahead as of right now.
Alright, in that case, I'll simply march out of the forest up to Fang. Your friend got away.
Oh.
Leo, your character Fang does recognize Frey as a very prominent captain in the bandit coalition.
Oh.
It also should be noted, for your knowledge, my character's convinced you're a thief.
Oh.
Yes, I had you nervously following the group of people leaving the Elder's house,
Yep.
and Jake's character Nirez decided to follow you. Where you were promptly accused of a thief after getting a nat 1 on a stealth check to follow the group.
A breaking stick struck like thunder throughout the camp.
Yes.
We look over. It's
I
Leo's character.
had a nat 1 and I'm supposed to be proficient in stealthy my ass. Oh my god.
Happens.
You hear a small voice peep up. Thank you all for protecting me in my cart. My name's Eliza, and I'm on my way to Elderheart by way of Winnowing Reach. Would you guys be so kind as to help me the rest of the way? Since you seem all tough. Let me... Whoop. This is what
Well,
you
Sure
look like.
you want to
Oh,
travel
adorable.
alongside
Well.
this thief.
Well, we're heading to
Ah, the cute.
Edelhard as well. Just
You
makes
are?
perfect sense to travel together.
Whew. Oh my goodness. I'm heading there to take up a store. My dear sister passed away recently and left me the store. So I'm gonna take up the business in her stead. You know? And then these stupid old bandits attacked me. I'm just trying to make my living around here, and
Aren't we all?
if you guys want, you can roll a history check to see what kind of creature she is.
I want to make an insight check.
A history?
Is she
Yeah.
lying?
She
Sure, roll a
looks
history check, why not?
frazzled, and ooh, I'd say,
I'm old
Yeah.
as fuck, of course I know.
Miraz, you're very familiar with this type of creature. Let me
furry.
find the passage. She's known as Orin. They're not from the Humblewood itself, but people are familiar with what they are because they are known for being traveling merchants. You see a lot of them in big cities selling their wares, making a living. So you very much know what these little kitty people are. So anyone else gonna check bodies or anything, or can I get rid of them?
I'll look
Oh.
at this travel
Yeah.
merchant person and I'll just go,
I'll do the same.
I should
check
warn
this
you.
one.
This Fang person is a
Ah.
thief.
Who would that
I'm not-
be?
I'm not a thief.
I'd be pointing at him. when I
Actually, I'm
said
not
it.
gonna check that body. I don't think this character checks bodies. He's too calm and good natured.
Well, this young man did help me in my cart, so I don't really know them. Why would you say that they're a thief?
They're very helpful. Thank you for helping me up, by the way. Oh.
No, I'll just kind of nod and just look away.
How injured are you?
At this point, I'm not too bad. I think I'm at 8 out of 12. So
You're looking a little bit hurt. Do you need anything? I am a traveling merchant, after all. Here,
gonna
why don't
kind
you
of
take
shake
this?
my head. I'm
Here,
perfectly fine.
just take this. Take, here you go.
Yeah.
And she, oh my goodness. Heal up the rest of your health. She just like kind of puts a polyjuice to your mouth.
Here, take this. Take it.
I'll
She
take
looks
it.
back
and
at her
just kinda
cart.
takes a step back and just shakes my head.
She kind of ooh, and kind of like picks up the things that the the bandits took out of her cart. All right, everything's in order. So thank you again for helping me out. You did say you were willing to help me get to where I need to be, huh? I can give you things. I do have this fancy cart. You know. I can give you, if you help me, I can give you an item from my cart when we reach our destination.
I'm gonna run up to beside her and ask her if she wants to buy my bat.
Your what?
I have this bat, and I forgot to sell it in the town because a bunch of things happened, and we all started coming over this way, and then we got in a fight. But I'm trying to sell this. Would you like it?
I don't really have those kind of wares in my store, but maybe somebody in the next town over, Winnowing Reach, might be interested.
Oh, okay, that's fine. Thank you.
I mostly am random knickknacks that are not dead. Anyway, so thank you. Are we? I have to get going. So are we gonna go?
Oh, before we go, does anybody? Should we track the fox lady, the Vulpin lady? Because I can track her. She can't get away from me.
She's very fast.
So am I. I'm very fast as well in the
I'm
woods.
personally less concerned with tracking down and killing this woman than I am with getting these townsfolk the help they need. I think we should go to Adelhart at full speed.
Alright, that sounds good to me.
Alright. Let me just grab my cart. She walks over to her little hand cart and puts her hands up and slowly let's go. And is pulling at her little hand cart. Pushing it. Give it a little push. It is Alright, and everyone's satisfied, nobody else wants to search the bodies or anything?
I'm
Or
gonna search
there's
the
one.
bodies. They're creepy.
Yeah, no, I'm not gonna search the bodies.
I don't need their blood money on my hands.
I will pull them to the side of the road
Okay.
and put like a rock on like each of their chests. No, we don't have time to bury them.
I see. Alright, so you place the rocks on each of their chests, their beat up bodies, and
Hosea's like, alright, I'm heading now. Let's keep going, please. Thank you.
All right. They died as they lived. What?
alright, since she is pushing a very heavy cart, you're gonna be going a little bit slower. Because she is small, but you're surprised that she's able to push that at all with how much things are on it.
I'm gonna stay ahead and keep like scouting and just being aware of our surroundings.
Mhm.
Okay.
Going slightly slower actually allows the ranger to do his ranging without falling behind.
Alright. Oh, yeah. You were done. Anywho, anyone want to do anything while you're on your adventure?
Yeah. I'll pull Leo aside.
Okay. Fang, you see this scruffy, one-eyed rat pulling you to the side, grabbing at your arm.
Can I help you?
It's time for our conversation.
And we're back.
Welcome back.
I will. Let's play.
This isn't a request.
I would like to lightly play the liar.
Alright, roll me a performance check.
He is playing the liar.
Okay.
He's
my
better,
I attempt to drown him out.
and he's better too.
Alright. You start to play your liar, nervously eyeing this rat who's been harassing you since you met, and suddenly you hear a loud, boisterous sound to your left as you see the other old man playing these bagpipes with very good proficiency. He's been doing this for years. Still kind of like sad and a dead look in his eyes, but like, you know, top-notch stuff.
So listen here, Fang. You may have the rest of them fooled, but I know the truth. And if you want that to ever change, you're gonna really have to work for it. So just know, I'm going to be watching.
Okay.
And if you try to do anything that I deem wrong, I'll just pull out a dagger. Am I clear?
I don't plan on doing anything wrong.
If that's really the case, then we won't have a problem.
Sounds good. Let's play a few more notes on the liar.
Now get out of my sight.
Alright, here we go.
You're trying to get out of my sight? What, are you trying to rob someone?
No.
Goodness.
You said get out of your sight, but I guess I'm not very good at getting out of that sight.
This is dramatic.
I'm gonna walk. I'll just, okay, I'm just gonna walk away.
Traumatizing young people since 2001.
I'm back.
Welcome back.
Thank you.
Alright. You're making steady pace. Alright. So, on your right, you notice a little further away, you're getting closer to the swamplands, but the road you're on, Elza pretty surely says that you won't be getting into the swamplands. You should be good enough away, you know, away from all those slimes that live there, those icky slimes. As you make your way down the road, the terrain on the left side changes considerably. Beyond the lush green tree lining the road, glimpses of burned stumps and ash-covered fields can be seen. It looks as if a massive fire has ravaged this place. The fires and burned landscapes seem to stretch for miles, like look at a disaster rolled in. Is anyone keeping watch?
Yeah, I am.
Yeah.
I'm like scouting ahead.
Okay.
I'm watching what Fang's doing.
I'm
Like, he's
keeping.
not robbing anyone.
I'll take a watch.
I'm keeping a watch.
And even if I'm like foraging or whatever, I'm still alert to any danger.
Alright. I'll say... Nyx and Yagu and Nirez make perception checks.
Wait, me as well?
So how does advantage work?
Who else was looking out?
Advantage is just
I
you,
was
you
as
roll
well.
twice and roll. and
Okay, you
take
can
the
roll
higher
too.
number.
Okay, because I believe, if I'm not mistaken, I have advantage on perception. Where was it?
Shit.
That's proficiencies. That's not what I was looking at.
Do you have advantage?
Don't think so.
You might have advantage in specific,
Situations.
like, does,
I know I have it
terrain.
for- yeah.
Because it's technically still part of a little bit of forest. You can just see past the trees to the landscape.
No, I don't think I do. I think it's I have for proficiency, not an advantage in it. So that's my roll. It's just a 10.
Alright, you guys continue. And any conversations you want to have?
I mean,
I'm
I think,
listening to the water and the universe.
There
I'm
is
gonna go
no
have an
water
IRL
nearby.
Conversation with my toilet. I'll be right
Oh,
back.
there's always water nearby.
Okay.
You just have to listen hard enough. You don't hear it? The rustle of the wind over leaves. No.
The wind. The wind is pushing me into the clouds again. Alright. You suddenly see, none of you noticed, 2 giant swarms of tiny flying creatures, each resembling a bat with a candle-sized flame sprouting from its upturned nostrils. The combined heat can be felt, closing in on you. Roll initiative.
Ooh.
You're beset by 2 sets of swarming ember bats.
I also have advantage for initiative that I didn't realize that I had before.
Wait, you had advantage?
Yeah.
Alright, then you would have noticed them.
No, I'm saying for initiative, not for
Not
perception.
for initiative.
Yes.
Okay.
So I basically roll
How do I
twice
pull
and
up the initiative list?
Alright, so 15 is
it's
the higher
the
end.
little clock on the left.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I have initiative on advantage on initiative rolls. So 15 is the higher of my 2 rolls.
Why are you up here twice? Hold on. Let me clear this list. Everyone roll again. Make sure. Just put your icons down so you can hit the initiative thing.
Okay. My image will blot out the sun.
So I rolled twice
back.
if I have advantage for initiative.
Yes.
Right? Okay.
Welcome back.
Oh, we're already initiativing?
Yes, nobody noticed the swarm of 2 ember bats. The swarm of 2 ember bats coming towards you. The DC was 15, and 3 people rolled 14.
Yeah, well,
It was
that's
very distressing.
problems of having one eye. But I'm always ready to scrap.
I'm actually really good in perception and still didn't notice.
I don't understand. 14 is the one.
Yeah, so it's he rolled like a 14, but the decimal is to break tiebreakers, and it's just using his actual dexterity score.
Okay, thank you.
Just with these humongous pictures.
Well, get rid of your guys' pictures for now.
But that's just
Oh,
there
just-
to mark the initiative order.
But
Yeah.
then, oh,
Oh,
Oh yeah, it
Okay,
just
so-
deletes them.
alright. Now I add you guys to the list from your already. I need-
I can just re-roll initiative and edit my number to
Yeah.
be what it was.
You can also right-click tokens, and it will have at the very top add turn, or something along that. Add to turn order, and then that'll add it.
Okay.
I think you can also just make like brand new ones too if you do it.
Alright. Fang, what was yours? 8. Okay, thank you, Fang.
So we're using the second set of initiatives, or
Yeah.
all right.
Yagu.
11.
Alright, Delph. Yours is the 6 still?
Yep, we're using the second one.
Okay, 17. 15. 11. Okay. Is everyone up there?
I'm up. Yeah, I think.
Oh, I
so.
guess I'll have to roll young Ella's initiative. Let me get her picture out. She's just so cute.
So cute. Let's put her on.
I can add more bats to my backpack.
I guess you can. I guess you can. Wow. She got a 1. Woohoo! Yeah. Amazing. So. And let me put my DM screen back down. I put it on top of my head so I could get to my keyboard. Alright. So they get a surprise round because nobody noticed them.
Fair.
And the one is gonna. Who's near the front?
I would probably be the furthest ahead.
I'd probably be second.
If we had the same walking order as before, it was those two, then Lumpy.
Alright, one's gonna go for the back and one's gonna go for the front.
If it's the farthest in the back, I'm probably the farthest in the back.
Okay. So, Neerez, you're gonna get fucking attacked by these swarms of bats.
Mhm.
I'm trying to read. They rolled 19.
Yeah, it's
Okay. I forgot to put them down for damage. Oh, a D4. That was cocked. I don't know how. 2. 6 damage. Alright. You can see ahead of you. By the way, just saying. You can see the forest thickens up again ahead of you. And, that hardly any room for flying creatures can get there. So, the next one. Oh, let me see what they roll. Okay, actually up next would be near it. No, it's a surprise round. My bad. Alright. Next one going after Nyx.
Yep.
Does this... Oh, Jesus Christ, 17.
That hits.
Alright. Ooh. These are swarm bats. 5 damage. Alright, now that it's actual turn order, we're going to go to Neerez. You are slightly faster than all these bats.
so I can see there's a little
You can see it.
little escape route.
Yes. Eliza screams, "Let's keep going! These guys are bad! I don't want them to set fire in my cart!"
How far away is that thing from me?
You can see it's about 80 feet ahead.
Okay. I will disengage.
Okay.
And what kind of path are we on here?
It is a straight dirt path. On the sides are sets of trees. Not many, but there are a few.
Okay.
And it gets way thicker up ahead.
All right. Well, in that case, I'll just book it 30 feet forward.
Okay. So, that's your entire move at 30 feet?
Yeah, I can't bone it as action dash, and I disengaged.
Okay. So, you are almost there already. Okay, that's the end of your turn. Nyx, your turn.
So I'm further ahead. So how far away is the forest from me?
Oh, hold on. Okay. Actually, Mr. Neres and Nyx, I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
I'm old. There's no way this is going well. Oh, never mind. With age comes an immune system.
Alright. Ooh.
Well, people never get sick.
You just barely made it, Nyx.
See, I
So
rolled a
nothing
21 and I
happens.
barely made it.
Thank God.
Alright, your turn, Nyx.
So I was asking how far away is the thick forest? Because I'm further ahead than everybody else.
You weren't too far ahead of the cart. You're about 75 feet.
I'm gonna run up my max distance of 25 feet and then shoot at the bats.
Okay, you're gonna take an opportunity attack.
Oh, that's true. How do I do this? I think I just shoot at the bats then.
Okay. You can just move if you want to, but you will take an
No,
opportunity.
I'm like half dead. I took
You
half
can
my
also
health in a single hit.
disengage.
Yeah.
Won't be able to shoot, though, is the
Mhm.
thing with that, of course.
But wouldn't you be shooting into melee anyway? Is that even a thing in 5th edition? I'm not sure.
It is. I think you get disadvantage if you're shooting from melee.
I will just bust out my short sword.
Okay.
And then I will just take a swing at them.
That hits. Roll damage. Alright. As you knock some of the bats in the swarm out of the air and they hit the ground. But there's still quite a few of them up there in that swarm. Is that all you can do, or you want to make a move, or?
So how's disengage work?
That is an action.
Gotcha.
Now that you've
So
attacked.
I'm just gonna stay. There's no point in taking an opportunity attack.
Okay, next up. Well, let me do this. Oh, I gotta kiss this. Artom Vinogradov, your turn. Good night, puppy. I love you.
Hmm. Sorry, my mouth is full of food. How big a square do these bats occupy?
They occupy the same space as they occupy 5 feet.
Okay.
And they can be in the same square as people.
Are they currently in the same square as people?
They're currently engaged with Nyx. You see Neres, sprinting towards the forest ahead. Along with Eliza.
I will do... Oh, that's not what I'm doing. Ignore that. That's a misclick.
Run to safety now,
Wow.
fuckers.
Oh god.
And as much as I'm tempted to, we're also not doing that one. So people are just running towards the woods. Is that what I'm
Only
under?
one person so far has made their way towards the woods.
Alright. Then I'm just gonna stab the closest one if I can.
Okay, that hits. The closest one, were you near the front or the back?
I'd be around the middle.
Alright, so the closest one would be behind you.
Okay. And behind me is stabbed.
Alright. 12 damage. Okay. About half of the swarm just gets poked out as you quickly thrust with your rapier at several of them. They just fall to the ground.
Fucking
Dead.
shot myself. And I'll bonus action inspire the other rat.
What distance is that?
It's like 30 feet or something.
He's too far away.
Is he the one that ran away? Oh.
Yes.
Oh. Never mind.
The closest ones would be everyone else but him.
God damn it, Jake.
Hmm?
In that case, inspire Mitchell.
Okay, Delph, you're feeling...
How do you
pumped
inspire
up.
him?
Yeah, how do you inspire him?
Same way as last time. I don't want to
How's
wake
that
everyone up in the house.
Alright, Arthur, your turn is ended. Next up, the swarm of ember bats you just hit. And they are going to make an attack roll against you. That would be, 8. Does an 8 hit you?
An 8 does not, unfortunately.
They swoop in. Their fire, it's getting really, really hot next to them. They are steaming. And they just swoop you, duck down quickly. You kind of crack your back at the same time. Alright, next up, Yogu. My dude, Ragu.
As tempted as I am to make a break for the tree line, I know that our new friend here with the hand card can't match our pace. So I gotta cover her retreat.
With blood.
With a storm of fists. Yeah, I would like to get between the lady with the handcart and the nearest swarm of bats, and if possible, punch the bats as well.
She has them on either side.
Which is the one Theo went after?
The one in the back. The horses in the back.
Is there one between her and the trees?
Yes, the one attacking Nyx.
Alright, I'll go back Nyx up then. And I'll motion her towards, like, past us. I want to go over to Nyx and punch those bats.
Yeah.
Do I have advantage? Short answer, it doesn't matter.
No, you try to punch at the bats. You try to punch at some of the individual bats, but you're just not making contact. They're very, very fast.
I'm like a big dumb fish trying to eat a school of anchovies.
Anchovies. Right, and that's your turn. So we'll go on to Fang Lunalight. Fang, what you doing? Oh. Okay, never mind. Continue. Fang, what are you doing? Right near the front or the back? Leo!
Yes.
Fang Lunalight, what are they doing?
They are gonna go and support Mr. Theo.
Okay, so you're heading to the back? Horses in the back?
That's right.
Okay. What are you doing?
I'm gonna stab some bats.
Okay. That hits.
Yeah.
Oof. Alright. You poke at the back, also copying this old man's keen strikes. You hear at least 2 of them on your rapier and you flick them off. And there's considerably less bats now inside of that swarm. Next up is the bats attacking Nyx.
Oh no.
Okay. They're gonna attempt to make a bitey bite at you.
Okay.
Ooh, that does not hit. They rolled a 2.
Yeah, my AC is 16.
You're just so nimble, you just narrowly avoid these little bats trying to bite at your face.
Yeah. Also, I'm tiny as fuck. Not as tiny as our mouse boys.
We go to Delph.
All right. I think I'm gonna follow Lumpy's lead and move to protect our cat friend. And if there's a swarm close enough, I will attempt to stab them as well.
Okay. You attack the one in the front, so it'd be the one in the front of the pack.
All right. So, yep. I'll pull a shield and spear and attempt to stab that one.
Okay. Ooh, that hits. Definitely.
All right.
Alright. You're very good with your spear, and you're resolved to protect this cute little kitty cat and your friend that you just met. You strike, and you have your bats in that swarm now. Next, Elazar. Bow, 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 bow. She's kind
After
of
this
puffing and
encounter-
puffing, and pushes her cart forward, moving an extra 20 feet.
After this encounter, by the way, I'm going to bed.
Okay, we'll end the session when we get to the town.
Alright.
Like I was going to, anyway. That's all she does. She moves. Nearez, what are you doing?
Well, if I see everyone not running for the hills, am I close enough to get in range of one of the bat swarms and do a little shanky shank?
You ran.
I ran 30
disengage.
feet from the back of the line.
Did you disengage and then use your move action?
Yes, that's what I had done.
Okay. So yeah, you would have to move your whole thing, and you would be about 5 feet away from. No, I'd say you're at the front of the pack, because they are moving now.
So can
Try.
I get a little shanky shank down?
Yeah, you can try and shank at one.
Are there
of
any
that.
teammates next to them?
Yes, there is currently 3 of them.
Great. All I need to know is that I can get nice little sneak attack damage. Alright, Shanky.
That hits.
Bing.
Ooh. Oof, 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 oof. Alright. You are stabbing proficiently. Very proficiently. Even though you're missing an eye, you're keeping all of them in check. And there are very few bats left right now. A lot of them falling to the ground, landing on... One of them landing on Nyx's head.
Perfect to go into my bag.
Can I use my bonus action to offhand shank, even though it does like 1d4 plus no damage?
Sure, you can attempt to hit them again.
I'm just gonna roll with the same dagger and just
You
tell
hit!
Cool. It's 4 damage total.
Alright.
That was max damage.
As you strike at one of the last bats remaining, the rest of them... There are like 3 of them that are just flying away now.
Excellent.
That's
No
one
survivors.
dead.
Shoot him in the back.
Alright, Nyx, you're up.
I'm gonna swing at the bats that are eating above me again.
They're gone.
Oh, they're all gone?
Yeah, your friendly old rat man has
Oh, he
scared
finished
the
them.
rest of them away.
Is there still the other swarm?
Yes, they're in the back.
I will take a longbow shot at them because I'm no longer in melee range with them.
Go ahead and shoot. You
Wow. Alright.
miss. It goes right through goal in between the little
I'll have
bats.
to miss at some point, I guess.
Alright, next up.
I will move closer to the forest after.
Okay. How close do you want to get?
I'll move my full 20 feet. 25 feet, I mean.
You only move 25 feet?
Yeah. I'm
Oh,
small.
alright. Alright. I forgot what we're... Oh, you went after these guys. So, these little chompy boys are gonna try and attempt to attack you, Mr. Artome.
Roger.
Does a 10 hit?
No.
Alright, they just... Beep, beep, beep. Miss ya. Your turn. But on the start of your turn, you're gonna have to make a Constitution saving throw.
Uh-oh. I'm suboptimal at those.
It's okay, you passed. You take no fire damage from the bats.
Temptation.
Temptation.
Will not fall to temptation. I'm gonna try and stab him.
Stab him. That hit. Oh my goodness gracious. You and your impeccable skills that you picked up throughout the years, you effortlessly pick off the rest of these little bats that are just being a gosh darn nuisance. Only one of them is able to fly away. That's it. You guys picked off the little bats. They're dead.
Do they have money on them?
Yes, you find 6 platinum pieces on the bats.
Oh, I'm writing it down. No takebacks.
No,
Can
you
we
don't
use
find
them
any.
as like fire starters or something?
Now that they're dead, they're not producing any fire from their little nostrils anymore. They're just really, really hot. It's like taking a TV dinner out of the microwave.
Something
hot.
I've never done.
Okay. It's
I
really
have
hot.
taken a microwave out of the TV dinner though.
Oh shit. So Aliza slows down. It's like, I gotta take a breather. Kind of just sits for a moment.
There's no time to catch your breath in a battle.
Did you guys kill them all?
Ugh.
It was really hot.
Raven technology.
Oh, can I
What?
pick up some of the bats?
You can.
Alright.
There are several bats, some of them skewered.
I'm gonna pick a few of them up and put them with my other dead bat and wrap him up again.
Okay, you have a bag of bats now. It is now kind of like really warm, This is a really warm bag.
Alright,
That's how
it's
you
not gonna
wanna-
catch my
kinda-
bag on fire though.
No,
Kind of
that's
a
how you
little
want to store them.
burning.
You want to keep it nice and warm.
Well, can I
So-
determine if
It's
they're
also a
hot
little
enough that they're gonna catch
soggy
it on
with
fire?
blood.
They don't seem to be. You actually roll me an intelligence check, Dylan.
Alright. How would I do that?
Just your base intelligence.
Base intelligence?
Yes. Click. You don't know. They're just really hot. You don't know what they're gonna do to a cloth bag. Like 5 of them wrapped up, cloth bag.
I'm gonna decide not to take them after I pick them up.
Okay.
I'm like, alright, no, I don't think this is a good idea. Put them back down.
If anyone else wants to roll an intelligence check for me, you can.
Sure.
I'm not concerning.
That's an
myself
intelligence
with the
save.
faces Of the slain.
Click on your base intelligence.
I'm assuming it's the
I
same.
think the save is the same for
There you
him.
go. Okay. Yagu, from your travels, you can tell These things are way closer to the main part of the forest than they should be.
Yeah, normally you see these in the, the flatter, drier areas, not so near to this swampy, foresty bit. Strange.
Oh, the pipes up. It's a bit strange.
I don't know if there's anything plot relevant about this. What do you guys think?
Should we get going towards the town? I don't want any more of those bats coming up and burning my cart full of my things.
Yeah, we better keep moving.
Let's keep going.
I've been ready to go since before it even started.
Oh, I'm gonna ask if anybody could help tend to my wounds because I took half my freaking damage. Would anybody be able to help patch me up a little bit before I go back out scouting?
I'll pull out the lyre.
You are the liar.
There
Thief.
we go.
Thank you, Fang. And then I'm gonna like run up ahead and keep scouting it.
Alright. With the flame bats behind you, you continue on your trek, starting to get to the thicker part of the woods. Looking up, you just see little hints of the blue sky, but mostly leaves. Kind of comforting, knowing that, it would be difficult for something to kind of pounce on you from above. You come to a lovely little town called Winnowing Reach. Just gotta load. Here you go.
Hey.
And I will save this section for next time.
Oh, that was fun.
Alright.
Hooray! Not too difficult of a first day.
No.
It's
Do we
exciting.
level up?
No, you don't.
That was a
Yes,
joke.
You
I
best
know.
get used to it. Shall be asked every session.
Happy Humblewood, everybody! We finally started after months.
Yeah, it was fun. I
Yeah,
like it.
it's been everything I've dreamed.
Is it? You
Yeah,
dreamed of an old man getting really angry at a guy for just... That was really funny, though.
Oh, I'm
you
not
missed
angry.
that.
You're
You just-
suspicious.
I'm suspicious. That's right. I'm cautious. I'm wary.
Alright. To explain, dear Leo, I had you follow them. You're being nervous and kind of like curious about what they were doing.
Yeah, sounds about me.
Old man, Nirez, very suspicious of you, started following you.
Okay.
And then he rolled a 9 in stealth, and you rolled in that one, and so the people talking in front of you noticed where you guys were going. It was really funny. Anyway. It was dramatic. This is great. Let's stop this fucking music. Stop. 35 tracks have been removed. So we'll pick up in Winnowing Reach whenever we do our next session.
Roger that.
Roger, Dodger.